everybody, and welcome to IndustriMontagne episode 8. Let me go ahead and get this stuff out of here for my first crafting of this episode. Last episode, I made a respectable start on my IndustrialCraft area on the other side of that mountain there. Actually, relative to all the other terrain around here, that's more a hill than a mountain. And you can't really see it through the forest, so let me go over here to give you a better view of that hill. Yeah. See, on the other side of that hill, roughly directly on the other side of the hill, actually, is my IndustrialCraft room. And last episode, I built a generator, what's it called? An extractor, a bat box, an EU splitter cable to allow me to disconnect the power using devices from the generators, and a system that allows me to see at a glance whether or not any of the power consuming devices are on. And I'll show you all of those shortly, as soon as I'm done smelting the rest of this. Actually, I'll go ahead and grab those 3 out of there for the moment. I'll need to come back for the other 6 later, but I can at least start the crafting. And I will start the crafting with 6 copper cables, 2 redstone, and 1 refined iron. That gives me, from IndustrialCraft, this electronic circuit. It's a major component in pretty much everything in IndustrialCraft. And there's the rest of that. So back to the crafting table now. And now we're going to craft up the first device of this episode. I'll take the machine block, put it here, the electronic circuit underneath, I think. Cobblestone to the size of the machine block, and then 3 flint on top. And that gives me the Macerator. So what I'm going to do now, I had some... You may have seen these stone wafers that were left in there from last episode, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and put the stone wafers up into the system. Then I'm going to grab my iron and gold ore. You know, I think I'll grab some copper ore as well. And then, yeah, maybe a couple of pieces of this cold coke, in case I need to power the generator. I may or may not, I don't know yet offhand. Well, actually, do I have any already smelted copper? I don't know if I do or not. Let's see here, a tin. It would appear I don't. Well, what I could do, since I will need the cables anyway, I do have my Klein star. Hopefully I could put the Klein star in here. Stick this tin plate in the middle. Yeah, there we go. 3 copper ingots and burn the tin back up. Don't need it anymore. Go ahead and craft myself up some more copper cables, so that I have copper cables to place. That's right, copper cables are not just a crafting ingredient. They're also the most basic means of energy transmission in IndustrialCraft. IndustrialCraft's energy units are called, quite creatively, EUs. And a copper cable like this can allow pass-through of packets of up to 32 EU per tick. And that's per packet, mind you. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the iron ore in the Macerator, and once it's done, and the Macerator is not the quickest machine out there, I should point out. This could be some time. But yeah, this macerates the iron ore into iron dust. And while that continues macerating, I'm going to head back over to my blutricity chamber. My blutricity cave, if you will. Let's face it, it is a cave, one that I dug out of the side of the hill about, what, episode I want to say episode 2, but I could be wrong. But at any rate, it's this area here. I'll go ahead and put the iron dust into the blue electric furnace, and it smelts into 1 iron ingot. Now, you'll notice that previously I was putting iron ores in here to get 1 iron ingot. So the Macerator has the effect of doubling my mineral production. At the expense, of course, of some EU. Alright, now I'm heading back over to the IndustrialCraft room. Hopefully the Macerator has finished macerating all that iron by now. Of course, who knows? It's a pretty slow machine, and it does not look it. It's almost done. And there we go. So now that the iron ore is done macerating, I'm actually going to go ahead and put the gold ore up in here, and put the copper ore in here. Give it a minute. And actually, let me check my bat box. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and burn the coal coke. I think I'll need the EU. And there we go. Copper dust. Now, copper dust is going to behave in my blue electric furnace exactly the same as the iron dust I macerated just a minute ago. At any rate, like I was saying, the copper dust is going to generate 1 copper dust, smelts into 1 copper ingot. So again, as with the iron, it's a doubling of my resources. Alright, let me get those 2 smelted real quick. And while I'm here, I'm going to look at the recipe for the next thing I'd like to craft, which is the electric wrench. Alright, so it looks like I need a BuildCraft wrench, another electronic circuit. Actually, well, what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to have to do this in multiple stages, I'm running back over to the IndustrialCraft room. There will be a lot of running back and forth between the IndustrialCraft room and my normal pad. I may want to look into some way of, rather than having to billy goat my way around that hill, maybe tunneling through the hill. Alright? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright. And now I run, or rather I billy goat my way back. And it's not just, well, I think I'll stop off at my electricity room quickly just for the sake of efficiency. Drop off the copper dust in the blue electric furnace. And here we go. And while that's smelting, run over to my auto sorting system. One of these episodes I'm going to expand this thing. The rubber would be, yeah, it looks like the rubber's in this chest. Do I have any sticky resin? It would appear not. Well, I can always grab a tree tab at least. Alright, now run back over to my lutricity area and see what's happened with my copper. Excuse me. Alright, very nearly finished smelting, so I think I'll go ahead and let it finish. And there we go. There's my 12 copper ingots. And now I'm going to have to billy goat my way through this forest back to where I had previously planted all my rubber trees. One there, that one there grew. My throat is giving me fits tonight, evidently. But oh well. At any rate, let's go ahead and grab all the resin I can out of these trees. Alright. And unless I miss something down low, no more tapping sites on this tree. So, this would be, I dare say, a good time to go ahead and punch down the rest of the leaves here. At any rate, yeah, it looks like that was a stray sticky resin that somehow got stuck in the leaves. So let's go ahead and do that, and it's probably the only one of those I'll do for tonight on camera. Alright, let's get the resin off of this tree. There we go, just those two sites. Just that one accessible site there. And then up there is, yeah, there we go. And I think there might be, no, I guess that's my last one. Alright, well that works for me. Because what I can do is, I think I'm going to jump, yeah, I'm going to parkour my way onto this tree, across the tree tops, before I make my way the rest of the way. Yeah, I really should probably consider investing in some sort of, like, a tunnel system. At any rate, go ahead and put that like so, let the copper continue smelting. I think I have my phosphorus stone in here. So instead of going all the way back to my base to do my crafting, I'm going to press C, and that opens up my crafting table. And now I put the rubber in there. The copper in the middle gives me 15 copper cables. If I remember correctly, okay, yeah, so it's an RE battery, an electronic circuit, and a wrench. Alright. I know I have some tin already smelted in my auto-sorting system. So let's see here, if I can remember the correct billy-goating route. Seriously, though. After this episode ends, I'm going to take a good long look into the viability of a tunnel bore. To see if I can't start in my main base and dig my way over to my IndustrialCraft area. Alright, yeah, there's the 4 tin. Did I put my redstone up? No, I must not have had any on me, so go ahead and grab those 2 there. Alright, and now I can take these 4 tin ingots, the 2 redstone, and the copper cable. Gives me the RE battery I need. Now the electronic circuit is going to require 2 more redstone, and I have to refine 1 piece of iron, so I'm going to run over to the electricity room to do just that. Alright. And I think once that's done, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put the iron dust in there. C mode. With the iron ingot in the middle, or the refined iron, rather, redstone on the side, copper cables on the top and bottom, gives me the electronic circuit. Now all I need is the wrench. And I should have grabbed some tin ore, shouldn't I? Alright, oh well, I can run back and grab it real quick. And there should be some in this chest. Yeah. I think I'm going to grab this stack of forestry tin ore for this job. Just because I have more of that than the red power tin ore. In case you're wondering, I did adjust the config file on IndustrialCraft to disable IndustrialCraft's copper and iron, or not copper and iron, copper and tin ore generation. But I do have both the ores from red power and the ores from forestry generating, for what that's worth. Alright. Extractor is approaching completion. The Macerator is actually a lot closer to being done than I thought. Well, hopefully well, actually the Macerator is actually right about done, yeah. While I'm at it, I do still have some copper left. Yeah. And remember, I do have copper dust coming out of my Macerator. So yeah, go ahead and craft up some copper cables. Grab the copper dust out of the macerator, get tin dust in the macerator. Let that macerate. The extractor is very nearly done. And there's the extractor finished off. Let's see, how am I doing for... Ooh, I need to run back to base. Grab some more coal coke, because it looks like I have outrun my power generation for the time being. And while I'm at it, in anticipation for something I'm going to be doing later this episode, I'm going to stop by the Blutricity area. I think I've got the iron ingots that should be done by now, so I think I'll go ahead and refine 2 of those. Or should I make it 4? Yeah, I'll make it 4. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is run back over here. Oh right, I was after coal coke, wasn't I? Go ahead and grab 4. See anything else in any other chest I need? Not there, I don't think. No. No. I should probably put the tree tap up in my tool bag. And the rubber sapling goes in the random stuff bag. The blue bag seems to have become my random stuff bag. Pending an expansion of my auto sorting system. Oh wait, I also needed 8 redstone, didn't I? Ah well. I'm gonna run back to my... Yeah. Run back to my IndustrialCraft area. Put the coal coke in the generator. That should allow me to start generating power again. Which should get the machines back running. I'm sure they've stopped by now because they've run out of power. And in fact, I'm right. The Macerator is out of power. So, generator, coal coke, and the Macerator is back up and running. Now, once this next tin ore gets done macerating, it's tin dust, I'm going to check something. Yeah, so the recipe for IndustrialCraft bronze dust is 3 copper dust and 1 tin dust. I know I need 6 bronze for the regular IndustrialCraft wrench. So, 9 copper dust, 3 tin dust. And if you blinked, you missed it. And I already have the bronze dust on my hotbar. So now I'm heading back to my Blutricity area. A lot of running between areas. Between the IndustrialCraft area and the Blutricity area. Between the Blutricity area and the sorting system. Between the sorting system and the IndustrialCraft area. What can I say? I'm the one who chose to put these different rooms for these different things so far apart. I should only need the 8, right? Let me think. I need 2 generators as well. Do I have enough to craft 2 generators? Somehow I doubt it. Let me think. I do have coal. So if I take 6 coal and put it in the Macerator once the tin ore is done... Wait a minute, do I have glass? I just realized I'm going to need glass. And the same amount of glass as coal dust. And now I just need to try to remember how to make the generators. Okay. It doesn't look like I'm going to have enough iron to pull that off this episode. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the coal, the glass, the stuff for those electronic circuits in there. In the meantime, grab the bronze out of there. I think I put the, I put the copper cables in the crafting chest prematurely. So let me grab them back out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all 6 of this bronze. As you can see, 6 bronze will give you a minecart. And actually, before I do that, it does have an EMC value, 255. Just 1 shy of iron. Alright? So I can use 5 to craft the minecart, but I want 6 to craft the wrench. I'm going to put the electronic circuit here. The RE battery here gives me the electric wrench. And now, and I realize this episode is going to be a bit shorter than my more recent product. And the simple reason for that is because, well, the longer the episode and the more footage I end up getting for it, basically, the longer it takes to edit, the longer it takes for the episode to get to you. So I'm going to, not in the generator, I want this in the bat box. I'm going to let it charge up, and it stores about, looks to be about 12, somewhere around 12,000 EU. How's the Macerator doing? I should really grab some more cold coke, but first I'm going to check something real quick on the IndustrialCraft wiki. What I'm trying to do with the electric wrench for the instant is to put it in lossless mode. And to be honest, I haven't worked with it enough to know how to do that. So let me look it up on the IndustrialCraft wiki real quick here. Let's see, electric wrench. Okay, so it's M right click. And now I can do that, and I get the extractor back with 100% probability. Now I can go ahead and get my cables, and I'm going to go ahead and reroute them. I know copper cable, not necessarily the best choice for this. It will work for the moment. I'll probably wind up replacing it later on with a more permanent solution. Alright, so it looks like I had enough EU for the moment. Alright. As you can see, the lossless wrench mode did use up a significant amount of power. Yeah, it's expensive. But it's so worth it because I didn't have to worry about getting just the machine block back and having to try to recraft this device. That would have been a pain. That said, with both the extractor and the macerator working, this seems like a great place to end the episode. See you next time, everybody. This has been IndustriMontagne. Please rate, comment, and/or subscribe.